Hello everybody and welcome to part 2 of my Windows Movie Maker tutorial. Anyway, to pick up where I left off, I had just resized the sound file to the length of the video, and also to bring up another note about video clips. I found out you cannot make them larger as far as the timeline is concerned, but you can shrink them. So I thought I should mention that just so you know. Anyway, now that the sound file is installed, I'm going to go back, click this button to go to the beginning of the video, and then play it to see how everything goes together. Okay, that was a perfect run. So now that I'm satisfied with this so far, I want to go ahead and just save the project file. So save project, and I want to navigate to my special directory where I stored everything. And I'm going to go ahead and call this Jerry. Actually, it's already in there, but I'll go ahead and type it in anyway. I'm going to call this Jerry, and then it's .mswmm. I guess that means Microsoft Windows Movie Maker. And click Save. Yes, I want to replace the old file. And so now everything I have is saved. And another note is since this Movie Maker file is using all the objects in this particular directory, primarily the first image, the music file, all these images beginning with P415 blah blah blah, and then the video at the bottom, venice2.avi. If I was to delete any of these, then the project would no longer have those available, so you wouldn't be able to edit those in the project. So that's one of the reasons I like to keep everything in one directory, because it creates a nice little package where everything is safe, and I just know not to delete anything that I know that I'm using. Alright. So anyway, now that this is done and the project is saved, I want to convert this to a movie file. Now unfortunately in Windows Movie Maker I haven't been able to find a way to just directly upload to YouTube like a lot of the newer video editing programs let you do. So we're just going to have to save it as a file and then upload it directly to the YouTube website using your web browser. So I'm going to click File and then Save Movie File. There's a couple of options here. The one I use is My Computer, obviously, because it says save your movie for playback on your computer. So I'll make sure that's selected and then click Next. Then it's going to want, this is going to be the file name, and I'm just going to call it Jerry Movie. And this is the location, the directory it's going to store it in. This is my project directory here. You can click Browse and browse to the directory you want, just using the Browse button, and then the folder will show up here. Anyway, that's correct. I'm going to go ahead and click Next. And here it's going to ask you for size. And some people can just click the first one, best quality for playback on my computer, which is recommended. And I guess that's fine. And then you can also try to keep the file size down, and click the second option, then pick the file size that you want. And then the option I like to use is I go to Other Settings and then set it for Video for LAN at 768 kilobits, which is kind of average for cable modem. If I select a lower kilobit or higher kilobit speed, that'll also determine the quality of your video. Lower kilobits will probably create a lower quality video, as opposed to higher kilobits will create a higher quality video. That's what works for me. It seems to work well for YouTube. I haven't had any problem with that so far. So that's what I use. So I'm going to go ahead and click Next. And it's going to save the movie. And it's going to save it in a standard format that you can play with most media players. You can even email these to people if you want to, but for lengthy videos it'll probably be a rather large file, and some email servers won't allow you to send incredibly large files, so you're better off just posting it to YouTube and then sending everyone you want to see it the link to the video on YouTube. Anyway, this is almost done. Okay, now that it's finished, it gives me the option to play the movie when I click Finish. I'm not going to do that right now. but generally you can just click this and then click finish, and then it'll just open the video right up and play it. But now that the video's finished, I'm done with Movie Maker. Now I gotta move on to my web browser, go to YouTube. But before I do that, I actually want to make sure that the movie looks good, so I'll go ahead and play it. Okay, I'm going to stop it and start it again. That wasn't very good. Okay. Okay, so it'll just continue to loop until I stop it. So that looks good. Now I'm going to go ahead and upload it to YouTube. I'm going to sign out of this for now. When you go to YouTube, generally you just log into your account. If you don't have one, you should probably create one and then sign into it. Once you're signed in, obviously you'll see your username over here. The only thing you have to do is click the upload button, and then there's the upload video button right here, and then I just need to find my Jerry movie video, which is right there. In your case, you might have to naturally navigate to the directory you have it stored in. And once you're there, you just find your file, click it, and click open, and it'll upload to YouTube. Now generally, while it's uploading, you can make changes to information about the movie, like the title. I'm going to call it Jerry Movie Demo Description. Anyway, so this is the title. This is what most people see in YouTube when they're searching for videos, and this is the extended description. Down here are the tags. If you can put in keywords here when people type certain words into YouTube search, it'll also compare them with the tags you have here. And I think Google's also linked to these tags as well, so I can just type in something like Jerry, Windows Movie Maker Demo, and then the category, education. And then down here you can select whether it's public, which means anybody can see it, or unlisted, which means only people can see it if they know what the link is. And then private, and private is basically a person has to have a YouTube account and you have to know their username. Then you can add their username to a list, and those are the people who can view the video. So I can save the changes. The video's done, so this is the link for it right here. I'm going to go ahead and click the link. Okay, that works out pretty well. Now up here in the browser in the address bar is the actual link to which you copy this, and you can paste it into emails or blogs or whatever it is that you need in order for people to go right to this movie and see it. And as far as Movie Maker is concerned, naturally I only covered some of the basics. There's quite a lot you can do with that program. It's pretty extensive and fun to use once you get the hang of it. So I hope that it handles all the basics for you. There's a whole bunch of other things I could talk about, but they're kind of beyond the scope of this tutorial. So anyway, have fun and take care.